Hi, my name is Jesseline, and this is a video over function operations. Like, we take functions and we're adding them, we're subtracting them, we're multiplying them, we're dividing them. So in this case, like, you might see this, f plus g of x, which means that you would add the function of x and the function of g. And so this is addition. When you see multiplication, you'd see this, f times g of x. So this means that you would multiply the two polynomials. And then you might see this, f minus g of x, which means that you would subtract them, subtract the two polynomials, or f divided by g of x, which means that you would divide these two. Okay? So if you see it like that, that means you're going to add the two polynomials. See it like this, multiply, subtract, divide. So in this case, for example, if I say f of x is 3x plus 8 and g of x is 2x minus 12. Okay, so I'm giving you the functions right now. I'm giving you the functions. So, and I say find f plus g of x, which basically means that I'm going to add both of these polynomials. So we have 3x plus 8, which is one polynomial, plus 2x minus 12. And the parentheses will be important, especially with subtraction. So with this, it's just addition, so I can just drop the parentheses and then combine like terms. 3x plus 2x is 5x, and then positive 8 minus 12 is negative 4. So we just combine them and we get 5x minus 4. That is how you do the addition of functions. Now, if I wanted to subtract these functions and I said, Henry, stop, doggies. Find f minus g of x, then I would subtract these two polynomials with f coming first. So 3x plus 8 minus 2x minus 12. And this is where the parentheses come in handy because it's minus this whole polynomial. So 3x plus 8 can just come out of its parentheses, but then we're minusing everything in this. So minus a positive 2x is minus 2x, but minus a negative 12, a negative and a negative give you a positive, so that would come out as plus 12. Okay, because of minus. So now we combine terms, 3x, because 3x minus 2x would just give you an x. Then positive 8 plus a positive 12 is 20. So that would be x plus 20 is your answer. That is how you do subtraction. Now let's do multiplication. We're going to do a new function, new functions too. Okay. So function of x is x squared minus 1, and function of g is x plus 1. Okay, so I said find f times g of x, f times g of x. So it means we're multiplying both of these functions. So it'd be x squared minus 1 times x plus 1. And then you just have to do FOIL. So if you don't know how to do FOIL, watch one of my videos and it will explain FOIL to you. So x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 1 is x squared. Negative 1 times x is negative x, negative 1x. And negative 1 times positive 1 is minus 1. And then you see if you can combine anything. There's nothing we can combine. Nothing's like terms. So it is just this, x cubed plus x squared minus x minus 1. Okay, so now I want to find f of g of x, which means division, okay? So I'm going to do x squared minus 1 all over x plus 1. And in this case, we don't have to do long division because I know I can factor this. X squared minus 1 will factor into x plus 1, x minus 1. You know how to do these. This is not the concept I'm teaching. I'm teaching you that if you see this, this is what this means. Divided by x plus 1. So those cancel each other out, just leaving you with x minus 1. If you need help on dividing by factoring, then watch that video over factoring. Or if you could do long division and get the same answer of x minus 1. And so, or synthetic division. So go and find those videos and learn those. So you can do that. Okay, now one other thing is a composite function. These will be your most difficult functions. So your composite function, you'll see this. G, and then it'll have a circle, F, and then it'll say -5. Okay? So what this means, whatever is listed first goes on the outside. So it's G, F of X. Okay? So what you have to do first, you have to work from the inside out. You have to find f of x first, and it's -5 that we need to plug in for x. So we say, well, oh, sorry, I have to determine what f of x is. F of x is x minus 2, and g of x is x squared. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work from the inside out. I'm going to find the function using the function f, and going to plug in -5 for x. So that would be x minus 2, so -5 minus 2, which is -7. So now we say, now we know that it's -7, and now it wants us to find g of whatever f of x was, so now it's g of -7. We need to find g of -7, so we plug in -7 now for g of x. So g of x is x squared, so -7 squared is 49. And if you don't know anything about function notation, go and watch the video over function notation, and it will tell you everything before that. But just know if you have this, it means that you'd say g and then f of x. So you find f of x first, and then whatever you find the value of this is what you plug into the g function. Okay? Thank you for watching.